Anthony, back with a YouTube video. I can tell by the title. I'm here to do a spoiler-free review of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, Assassin's Creed has been around for years. It's one of the most very popular series in the gaming world. So basically, what Assassin's Creed is basically about, well, back in the day, it used to be more of like a stealthy game. So obviously you go around assassinating people, staying stealth. Now, it's an open world RPG. It's an open world action and adventure game. That's what more or less is now. Now, now, the RPG style kicked off in Assassin's Creed Origins. Now, in that game, you were in Egypt, so it was like an open world Egypt game. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you were in Greece. So you were in, honestly, the worlds in Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey were absolutely huge. Like, and I'm talking big. Now, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I wouldn't say it's fully different, but on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you used to go around in a boat, didn't you? Like, go from destination to destination in a boat. On Valhalla, it's different. So the world is combined, if you know what I mean. So Odyssey, all the like locations were split out. So you have to sail over there to get to this mission. You have to go over to there to get to a mission. On Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it's all combined. So you have to use your boat, but not as much. If you play the game, you know what I mean. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it's set in different locations. So it's Norway. You start off with, so it's in Norway. And then you go to England. Now, there's some DLC coming out for us. Obviously, there'll be other locations for the DLC, I'm guessing. Now, let's talk about the game. So, like I've just said there, the huge map. The map is huge. It's big. So you'll have locations like London, Oxfordshire, Scarborough. Thing is, so they're not called them names because obviously it's set, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. London's spelled differently, so it's Luden. So you'll see some familiar England names. But obviously, it's from thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, and obviously, yeah, things are different back then. Do you know what I mean? So it takes place in England and Norway. Now, the Norway map isn't as big as the England map because the Norway map is just a small part of the story. The main part of the story is set in England. Like I said, if you play it, you'll know what I mean. So the map is big. It's big. The second thing I want to talk about was the graphics. The graphics are absolutely out of this world. Especially on the Xbox Series X, because you get to play in 4K and 60 FPS. It's absolutely stunning. The snow, I'm not joking. It looks. I've never saw more real looking snow before. Honestly, it's incredible. It's just the views. Oh, breathtaking. It was also breathtaking on the other two Assassin's Creed games before that, on Origins and Odyssey. But this one, honestly, incredible. Absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 graphics. 20 out of 10 graphics. The next thing I want to talk about is the gameplay. Now, the gameplay is more or less the same as Origins and Odyssey. Fast, smooth. The action's really good. The action's more or less the same on the last two games. The gameplay's more or less the same, which is a good thing. Because they always say, don't fix what's not broken. If it's not broken, don't fix it. It's as simple as that. The gameplay is, it's got a few changes regarding the combat. Different ways you can kill people and stuff. But apart from that, it's really good. It's, yeah, if it's broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it, sorry. I did say that right, didn't I? The last thing I want to talk about, of course, is the weapons and armor. Now, this is the thing I'm frustrated about. This is the only thing that bothers me about this game. So, on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the way you get weapons and armor is a bit different. Now, on the last two games, You used to go around, you could kill enemies, and you could loot them, and you'd get weapon and armor, yeah? And weapons. Weapons and armor off enemies. However, on this one, you can't. The only way now you can get weapons and armor is secret chests. And some of these chests are really, really hard to get to. In fact, they're that hard. I must have spent at least 6 hours on Google altogether, or YouTube, looking how to get to this place. Um, and the bad thing about it is the weapons and armor, they're not that good compared. I mean, that's just my opinion. I could, some people could think, Anthony, what you're talking about? You're talking about rubbish. That's just my opinion. I like the looting system is not as good. That's the only negative. So that's the only negative I have about this game. The looting system is not as good as Origins and Valhalla. That's the only thing that lets it down. But apart from that, 10 out of 10. The story's amazing, by the way. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about the story. I don't want it to ruin it to everybody. The story is 10 out of 10. It's amazing. The other thing I want to talk about as well, I haven't mentioned in here, by the way, is the side missions. Now, the side missions are called mysteries. So it isn't an actual mission. So basically, you could go to a horse stable. Hey, mate, can you please get this hay and put it in my horse's barn? And that'll be done. Mission. Or there could be one where I've lost me glasses, help me find them. Then you go and find the person's glasses. It's not really a mission. Which is it's a bit disappointing, but that's them two are the only downfall: the mystery missions and the weapons and armor. If they would have been, I think if they would have been the same as Odyssey and Origins, like the looting system, I think it would have been definitely a 10 out of 10 game. But because of that, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But I will reiterate, the story is a 10 out of 10. The story is incredible. The story is really good. But when it comes to the weapons and armor and the looting system and the mysteries, that lets it down a little bit. If you ask me, Anthony, would you say this game is as good as Origins and Valhalla? I mean, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say this is as good as Origins and Odyssey. That's just my opinion, though. The reason why I enjoyed the last two a bit more was the loot system. You got loads of loot. You used to be able to sell that. You can't even sell your loot. You can't even sell your weapons at the shops. You can still sell stuff at the shops to buy stuff, but you can't sell your weapons, and it's really hard to get hold of. The weapons and armor are really hard to get hold of. So, guys, that's my review. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. If you've played this game before, of course, guys, let me know what you think of it. The game is amazing. It really is. It's incredible. But I just don't think it's as good as the other two. My opinion. So if you like the video, guys, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe. See you on the next stream. Take care. Or next video as well. Appreciate you all.